We've been working a lot on the web app. We completed like the machine learning portion of the project because we're doing essentially predicting risk for athlete injuries.
Yeah.
So we have a bunch of data from athletes, and we have we've created machine learning algorithms that can predict to a certain extent their risk of injury. And so we finished all those up, and now we're also developing the web app that we're using, and we're working on trying to deploy it on a website.
The entire kind of summer, because I didn't know what machine learning was when I like came into this. So like at the beginning, I remember like Jake would always be saying like, "Oh, I'm so," like he was excited about the machine learning part, and I had to sit there and nod and like pretend that I knew what was going on. But I was like, "Oh my god, I don't know what machine learning is," so I had to like go home and look it up. But then when I figured out what it was, I was like, "Wait, this is like a lot simpler of a problem than I thought it would be to like create the model that would best predict risk." Because I thought we were talking about it after we did all this data pipelining thing, just saying like, okay, the hard part's going to be trying to figure out like what variables to weight most. So we were going through a lot of literature review, and in the end the literature review wasn't like super like relatable, I guess, to our project, which is like fine.
I think that's what happens is if no one's ever asked exactly the question you're asking, then, or if they've never used quite the method that would work for your data, then you have to start inventing things. And then it becomes a bit of a Wild West world where there is no answer.
Yeah, that's what, it's like also a little concerning because like not many people have used like the methods that we're using in machine learning right now to like calculate risk for injury, and it seems like it's such a simple solution, which makes me a little nervous, and the fact that I feel like it's so simple that we might be doing something wrong. But we could have done it in like 2-3 days, I feel like, if we just did machine learning, because the computer does everything for us in terms of like determining what's most important. But we spent the next couple of weeks really just making sure that we have like the most accurate model, which again is really hard to predict accuracy because we're dealing with risk. So if you get a probability, like how are you supposed to like determine if that's accurate or not? Because I mean, you can have a 90% risk of injury and then not get injured. Like that's just how it is sometimes. So that's what's kind of confusing and a little nerve-wracking to me, is making sure that our model that we've created is really good. Like we can actually apply it to athletes, because like it's good in theory, but then if we give it to an athlete and it's just all over the place, that's why we're a little nervous. So we spent like 2 weeks really just using different types of algorithms to perfect our accuracy.
So did it go quickly just because machine learning, because you had do you have a lot of data? Is it relatively simple data? Is it